Yes, well, of course, what's happening in the Middle East, it's been some, terrible circumstances with the war, and I think out of 12 million people that live in Syria, I heard that I think 1/3 of the nation has left the country. So many of them have passed through Serbia in order to get to their final destination, one of the Western countries of European Union, mostly Germany, Austria, and Serbia is basically on their trajectory. So I could personally also experience get close to them and see, what kind of difficulties they're going through on a daily basis. With UNICEF, I've had one of the visits in one of the sites in Belgrade where I think one of the hotels have left a certain space for the families to spend few hours, refresh, eat something, drink. Babies and kids can get to have a playroom before they continue they continue their their migration. It was really touching. I mean, it was really hard for me to experience that. Honestly, I've had many of the humanitarian or charity activities in my life. I have my own foundation that focuses on education, obviously, and I've seen a lot because Serbia in the last 20 years has been through a lot of troubles, economical difficulties and wars and so forth. So, but this was one of the most hurtful, emotions and circumstances I could feel, I could be experiencing. Honestly, seeing a child playing with the same child, and then 30 seconds later, mother comes and says, "Okay," she takes him away from me, and she says, "We have to go. We have to leave now. We have to walk for I don't know how many miles, to get to. They don't even know where, and if they're gonna get registered or so. I mean, it's terrible, honestly, what's happening. But this is, you got to get to the bottom of that. You got to get to the cause. The cause is the war back in their country, and you can't blame these people. These people have, if they don't have a house, if they have nothing, where they're gonna go. Of course, they have to search for some better place to live, and I think it's an obligation of all the countries to give them this right, from the Constitution, International Constitution of Human Rights. It's very well written that you're supposed to offer them at least a shelter. So I'm very proud as a Serbian, seeing what my people have done for this these migrants and the people that have suffered so much. They offer them that shelter, and they offer them home and food and drink. That's the most basic things in life, and we gotta look. I mean, from my perspective, I'm only an athlete. I'm obviously following this as a human being, and at the end of the day, we all have to be humans and feel for one another. That's we have to put that in front of all the laws and borders and different political stuff.